What I did starting at 30% body fat to finally get lean, 5 simple steps. Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Diamonds and I'm the founder of Scope by Science. I've been at 30% body fat a few times and I know exactly how to get the results I want. In 2017 was the first time starting at 30% body fat and got to 12%. I did a dirty bulk in 2018 and did it again and repeated this process in 2019, 2020 and 2021. Each and every single year improving on my research and improving in the process to make it as easy as possible. I built Scope by Science to help people achieve the same results and make it sustainable. Look at Tori in 16 weeks, Wayne, Avalons, and Nicholas. And Nicholas even did this in 4 weeks and the list is endless. I say this because in this video I'll share every single step I've done to go from 30% body fat to 12% and even less. After watching this video, you'll know exactly what it will take to finally get lean. If you're watching this, you've probably tried something to get lean. Keto, vegan, low carb, the list can be endless. I know this because all my clients that I've ever worked with has gone down this rabbit hole. Losing body fat can feel very frustrating. There's so many different diets and training programs out there, and they all seem to disagree with each other. After you watch this video, YouTube will recommend another one completely contradicting what you just watched. By now, you've seen the sea of noise out there, and getting to your goals can seem difficult. If you feel like you're about to quit, this is the end of the tunnel. I'm going to show you what you need to do in 5 simple steps to finally get lean. For the people searching for this kind of information, for the YouTube algorithm, and to support me and what I'm building on this channel, gently tap the like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell so you're up to date with the most relevant and recent science-based information. Let's kick it off. It's so important to understand the science so you can know how to manipulate it to your advantage. By now, you've heard calories in versus calories out. If you want to lose body fat, then you need to create and sustain a caloric deficit, which is eating fewer calories than you burn. You can do this by number 1, increasing the number of calories you burn, number 2, reducing the number of calories you consume, number 3, a combination of the two, which is exactly what I'm going to do here and explain both. Let's decode our calories out. We loosely refer to this as our total daily energy expenditure, also known as our TDEE, the total number of calories you burn each day. Your total energy expenditure is broken up into 3 major components. Number 1 is your basal metabolic rate, your BMR. Number 2, physical activity level. And number 3, thermic effect of food. 1. Basal metabolic rate, your BMR, is essentially how many calories your body burns per day in order to perform all the basic metabolic functions such as breathing, blood circulation, nutrient processing, cell production. In other words, if you sat on a couch all day long and did nothing but breathe, this would roughly be the number of calories you'd burn. This is typically accounting for 50 to 70% of your daily energy needs. Now, the body's metabolic rate is influenced by various factors such as your age, fat mass, fat-free mass, and thyroid hormone circulation, but some people's bodies also naturally just burn more energy than others. Number 2 is your physical activity level. This generally constitutes 20 to 35% of your total caloric expenditure. One major component that dictates your physical activity are your formal exercising routines such as weightlifting and cardio. Within your physical activity is your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It includes typing on your desk, bringing groceries to the car, fidgeting, standing up from your desk, or even singing in the shower. NEAT is basically just all the subconscious movements and light activity you do. High levels of NEAT are advantageous from a fat loss perspective, and it is believed to be largely responsible for the massive difference in total metabolic rate we see. NEAT is perfectly depicted in a 2014 study comparing the amount of NEAT burnt in calories according to the occupation. Number 3, the thermic effect of food, the third component of your total daily energy expenditure. It is the amount of energy expended by breaking down and processing the food for use and storage. Simply put, your body burns calories as it digests, absorbs, transports, and stores the food that you eat. I'm going to take you through the 5 steps to be able to start at 30% body fat and how to finally get lean. Step number 1 is what I like to call setting up the goal. The information we're going to need is age, weight, height, current body fat percentage, and how many times the person wants to train. And in this instance, I'm going to take it a step further and give you all the details of what I did with setting up Tori. Tori's age, 33 years old. Height, 5'9", weight 217 pounds, body fat percentage, looking at the pictures and comparing it against Tori. Tori's roughly at 30%. Then, in terms of how many times he wants to train, is 5 times within the week, and I will classify him as moderately active. Now, Tori's goal is to get to 10%, meaning we need to drop 20% body fat. Now, we know that Tori wants to drop 20% body fat. There's two ways to look at this. Number one, we want to lose about 1% a week at the high end. So Tori is going to take about 20 weeks on average. However, what we can also do is just figure out the math. And if you take 20% and multiply that by 217, that is going to say how many pounds Tori has to lose. And that's roughly at around 41 pounds. Divide that by losing 2 pounds per week. That's going to give you roughly 21 weeks. Now you've set up a goal and you know exactly how long it's going to take. Your goal is to lose about 2 pounds within the week. And now we know exactly what we need to do. Taking all the information I've just given you, plug that in to MyFitnessPal. That's the easiest route. If you want to be like me, who's a bit more obsessive, I plug that into 3 to 4 different BMR calculators, and then I make the math myself, but the simplest way is using MyFitnessPal. Now that we've set up the goal, we want to lose 2 pounds a week. It's going to take us roughly 16 to 20 weeks to be able to get this result. Now we know, okay, let's go on to step number 2. After setting up a goal, I call it the route. We've set up the goal, going into step number 2, which is what I call the route. And this takes 2 pathways. Number 1, it's the diet, and number 2, it's the training. With the diet, we need to figure out the macros. After plugging everything into MyFitnessPal or using any calculator, I've established to be in a caloric deficit, Tori needs to eat 2,206 calories. That comes out to 190 grams of protein, 55 grams of fat, and 235 grams of carbs. How did I calculate that? Number 1, I figured out Tori's protein. I figured out his lean body mass, and then I gave 1.25 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass. The second thing I did in terms of how I calculated, it's a bit more custom, but I give roughly 20% of total calories towards fat. In Tori's case, I tweaked it a little bit to 22% based off of my own experience, and the outstanding calories I gave towards carbs. This is where Tori started, and that's his particular diet. But before we continue, if you guys want me to make a PDF showing exactly the step-by-step process of figuring out your protein, carbs, and fat and your calories to be able to get to your goal, hit the video the gentle thumbs up. This will tell me if you guys want this PDF. I'll make that happen for you. I want everybody in 2023 to see success, and comment down below, Mike, create the PDF for us. I'll be happy to do that. Let me know. But that is as easy and as simple as I can make it. Once I figured out the calories Tori's eaten, I built out his entire plan. Now, to give you a bit of insight on what diet I built for Tori, this is from my own experience. After speaking with him, figuring out what foods he enjoys. For breakfast, I built out a high protein French toast with a protein shake for breakfast. The second meal was going to be a fruit smoothie. Meal number 3 for Tori was a beef steak salad. And meal number 4, his final meal, was chicken breast with some pumpkin because he wanted the volume. And Tori ate these meals each and every single day. That is setting up the diet. How he tracked it was using MyFitnessPal each and every single day. And to make it simpler, starting at 30%, all Tori did for the first month, he tracked his macros once and he just ate the same foods every day consistently. This way he didn't have to stress about it anymore, and he actually lost just 10 pounds doing that alone. Now, after the diet, in terms of the route, we need to figure out the training. Now, I built a 5-day training program for Tori based off of his physique. But with that being said, as I promised you guys, I know in the previous video I said, hey, I'm gonna build a program for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and 6 days. What I've done to say a big thank you to you guys, I've put a link to all those programs in the description down below. All I ask is hit the video the gentle thumbs up so someone else can find this program and get started on their journey. Now we've figured out the route in terms of their diet and the training. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll help you figure out more specifically about you. But that is step number 2, and Tori did this consistently. Step number 3 is cardio. At base level, we don't want to do anything crazy. People tend to put in too much cardio in the beginning, but I like to drip feed it in. I like to be slow. So I set a baseline, and Tori started at 8,000 daily steps. And over the 20 weeks we worked together, I took Tori slowly from 8,000 to 9,000, 10,000. And on average, he did 12,000, but towards the last end, the last 4 weeks, from 16 weeks until 20, I bumped up Tori, and he was doing himself, because of his own will, doing 20,000 steps on average. So he was hovering anywhere between 15K and 20K on a daily basis, and Tori looked incredible. That's all you need to do for cardio. Just get steps, and he was just walking and making a brisk walk. He would get on the treadmill and maybe walk just a little bit more, but We started at 8K, moved our way all the way to 12K. He got to 15K on average, and at the end, at 20 weeks, he was doing a range between 15,000 and 20,000. You don't need to be doing HIIT or any crazy cardio, but just steps, and this allowed this to be sustainable for Tori. Step number 4, that was super crucial to be able to finally get lean, is tracking your progress. So what this will do is it will create a positive feedback loop to know what decisions we need to make to be able to say, okay, are we seeing progress or aren't we? And if we aren't seeing progress, what adjustments do we need to make? How I do this is, number 1, primarily with photos. Taking photos in the exact same location at the exact same time each and every single week, once a week, will give you the best depiction of what results you're getting if you're seeing progress. The weight scale is a blunt instrument that can throw you off, but photos will never lie. Comparing from week 2, week 3, week 4 onwards, you can see if the body's changing due to your decisions. And the second piece of information I like using is the weight scale. So weighing yourself each and every single day will give you the information you need to see. Is your body making a change or not? In the event that Tori didn't see any results, I would make an adjustment after 7 to 10 days. In the event he's seeing results, I make no changes, but it is normal and this is okay. Imagine you're conducting a science experiment but about your body and you're seeing, awesome, this is what I did yesterday and this is the result. And if you keep on doing that and you see the weight scale going down, this is a positive feedback loop. If nothing is changing, you need to pay attention to your process. And using the photos and the weight scales gives you the information you need to make a decision if you stay at the current macros you're calculating or if you need to decrease. In this event, I made those adjustments for Tori through my own experience. And with that being said, if you want me to take care of this entire process, you finally want to get into the shape of your life, you're a busy professional, you want to make this transformation, you've tried this yourself, and you want to work with me one-on-one, go into the description of this video, fill out the application to work with me, and myself or someone on my team will get in touch with you. We will jump on a call and make sure we get to your destination, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. But without further ado, let's go into step number 5. With everything we did, and I know Tori's gonna be able to look this way the rest of his life, is because we implemented these habits. Tori figured out which diet he loves eating and that he can eat the rest of his life. Eating just chicken, broccoli, and rice and meals you don't enjoy will make it very difficult. Throwing in the French toast was amazing. Another thing I did through the coaching, I gave Tori weekly refeeds where he was eating a burger each and every single week, which blunted any hunger or any cravings for the food. Tori was also just using steps, walking as his form of cardio. If you're doing high intensity interval training every day, it's very hard to sustain that for 365 days in the year. So walking was his best tool, and now it's a habit. It's a place for him to meditate, think, and that's healthy for him physically and mentally. And then he's also implemented the tracking. He's doing this consistently, and what helps Tori is he has me as a level of accountability. So be accountable to somebody and have this positive feedback loop. Make this a habit, and you'll see as your body changes, your whole lifestyle changes. This shouldn't just be a diet, it should be a lifestyle change, because that's everything I did. The 5 steps to finally get lean. These are the things you need to do consistently. It's not a particular diet, it's not intermittent fasting. All these tools, we can utilize them, but following these 5 simple steps will allow you to see your results.
I appreciate you though, man. And you really changed my life for the good.
How much weight have we dropped together since we started?
I think 40 pounds. I never been in this type of shape in my life. So again, I want to say thank you for that.
And that is the end. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit it with a gentle thumbs up. Let me know again by hitting with a gentle thumbs up and commenting down below if you want me to make that diet PDF. And in terms of the training, I've left that in the description for the video for you, and anything else you need, I'm in the comment section down below. These 2 videos are amazing to watch with regards to how I set up the diet. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.